Next Fest is still on, and so am I. Yesterday was a good day for me. All the demos I played were at least good or interesting in some way. On Wednesday, I played 6 demos. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. Mio, Memories in Orbit. Tamashika. Chrono Gear, Warden of Time. Little Rocket Lab. And Baby Steps. Before talking about Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, I need to admit something about the first game. I think it's trash. The game is made up of 2 major parts, dungeons and the shop. In the dungeons you get stuff, in the shop you sell it. Thing is, the core gameplay of both is just not good. The action combat in the dungeons feels really clunky, slow and unresponsive. And that's the better part. The shop minigame is just boring. You can adjust the prices on stuff, but once you find the right one, there is just nothing fun to do. A lot of waiting around. So I arrived skeptical to the sequel, but was pleasantly surprised. The dungeon combat feels a lot better. While still clunky at times, it went from aggravating to actually engaging. The dungeon design takes a lot out of Hades' book. Separated arenas with a linear progression. Simple choices on where to go next. The perk system is also just Hades, but it works. There still is an inventory management minigame here, and I found it quite fun, less punishing and more of a reward maximizing puzzle. The shop part also got a whole new look. No more adjusting prices, but instead a small roguelike of its own. This time, Moonlighter is looking into Balatros nodes. This minigame is all about getting the most money out of your relics. The strategic choices come to you in rapid succession, much less waiting around to do and a lot more decisions per minute. I like it. Neither of these systems are some great innovation never seen before, but they work, and they work well. Also, is anyone noticing that all these sequels of beloved 2D indie games are now switching to a stylized 3D aesthetic? Moonlighter 2, Monaco 2, Speedrunners 2, Risk of Rain 2? What's up with that? Demo rating 7 out of 10. Mio, Memories in Orbit, is a Hollow Knight-like. It's a Metroidvania, but you're also a little guy. In a fallen society, you can swing in all directions, you can pogo jump. It's like Hollow Knight. This is not really a new occurrence, like every Next Fest has at least 2 games directly inspired by Hollow Knight, some more egregious than others. I think Mio is a pretty good one. First up, the game is beautiful. Great use of color, excellent animation, the writing is pretty good too. From what I can gather, it's about melancholic robots in space. There's this fake out intro that's entirely 2D. I was really surprised when my little robot got up and had all these spindly 3-dimensional arm hairs. Mio is also pretty good at making you feel like a little guy. You walk through vents, crawl through pipes, the doors are way too big for your size. Gameplay wise, it was a pretty standard hit the guy and don't get hit fair. And it works. You can already do some absurd aerial combos as your double jump resets on hit. I was able to sequence break a bit by picking up the silo key, set atop a pretty obvious grapple here spot by jumping from the top floor across some lamps. Very much intentional design. I also got my butt kicked by the first boss. Demo rating 8 out of 10. Tamashika is one of those extremely fast, difficult, shoot and run as fast as you can shooters that are becoming a thing now. Think Post Void, think Mullet Magic. Blast, blast, knife, blast, counter, blast, 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 knife, blast. The game speaks for itself. Just look at it. I do want to note it was really hard for me to get the knife timing down. I'm so used to hitting guys as soon as I see them, so that I always use the knife too early. You really need to wait for the enemy to put up their own knife, and then you have a real short window to click the right mouse button. Especially the teleporting guy was impossible at first. You have to hit him twice. Demo rating 9 out of 10. Wishlisted. Chrono Gear, Warden of Time is one of those action side-scrollers that has anime girls, and it's almost always girls, as protagonists. You jump around and hit enemies, jump around some more. A lot of these also have some RPG or Metroidvania mechanics, but Chrono Gear is much more like a Sonic game. Short-ish levels with enemies and traps you run through as fast as you can to earn a high score. One of the demo levels even had a Dr. Eggman style robot boss at the end. Okay, you wanna know the twist? This is a Hololive game. You know, the giant VTuber agency? I had no fucking idea until the final cinematic. All the characters are VTubers. All the fucking lore in quips is based on corporate manufactured VTuber personalities for girls in their 20s. Usually these games are called Holo Idol or Holo RPG or some shit like that. Usually I would give this game some slack because it's made by a small team, but Hololive? As a friend of a few independent VTubers myself, call me a certified Hololive hater. Demo rating 5 out of 10. Hololive. Little Rocket Lab is a factory builder, Factorio, but also a little life work sim, Stardew Valley. A combo at least I haven't seen before. And you know what? It's pretty good. The moment-to-moment gameplay of smashing stuff with your hammer and building new factory lines looks and feels pretty good. The factory parts are pretty standard so far. It's got all the essentials and nothing that gets in the way of that. Mining ore to smelting to crafting all works with just a few small machines. I also like the style. The perspective makes it feel a bit like Habbo Hotel actually, and the characters are all likable to me. With which I mean the librarian is pretty cute. Also, it seems to actually have a little bit of bite in the story department. Your relationships are friendly, yet there is clearly some strain here. Why does your aunt never want to enter the Rocket Lab again? She seems quite sad about it. Also, your mom is dead, and the game actually seems to want to talk about that. The only real issue I had was the controls. It actually works alright on a controller, but going through your inventory hotbar is a bit tedious. Since you need to do that all the time, let's see how that checks out. Demo rating 8 out of 10. Baby Steps opens with a schlubby loser guy in his 30s who watches TV all day in a pajama. I don't like this trope and don't find it funny, to be honest. The game's humor is one of the main selling points and I don't know. It works only sometimes for me. I only played the demo because Bennett Foddy, developer of Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, worked on it. But I want to talk about Baby Steps anyway, because it made me think. It kind of forces you to. Baby Steps is a game about walking, hiking maybe, but often just about walking. By pressing the left or right trigger, you lift your leg off that side. The stick shifts your body weight. That's it. Walking anywhere in Baby Steps is work. Real work. When I think about walking that way in real life, it seems easy to me. Walking or hiking is something we humans do all the time. One foot in front of the other. The joke is, walking isn't actually easy. Everyone who tried to design a walking robot can tell you that. Walking is really hard and really complicated. We humans are just really good at it. The title Baby Steps is apt here. The game really does put you in the shoes of a baby learning how to walk for the first time. You're also pretty slow in Baby Steps. Getting somewhere can actually take a few minutes. In video games, the actual time and work to get somewhere is often simplified by a lot. Video game characters walk really fast, can run distances far better than most any human without breaking a sweat. The distances are also far smaller in games than in real life. I can climb like 10 mountains in Breath of the Wild by the time I even get to the foot of a real mountain from most places. This is the most realistic hiking game I've ever played. I just don't know if I like it. I don't know whether I like hiking either. Demo rating. Bennett Foddy out of 10.